Do you find yourselves pushing your dream upon your kids? Something that you was passionate about as a kid, and you see the potential in them, and you like, you know what? You can do the same thing. And you say, you know what? You can do the same thing because you're my clone. And what's
Mhm.
in me is in you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it don't necessarily so keep it simple. Dave, basketball player. Sandy, basketball player. You know what I'm saying? So do you push that dream upon your kids or do you let them do their own thing?
That's a great question, Drew. I think just like Sandy, your kids have their own passions, right? I have 4 kids. The youngest one's not in sports yet, but my 2 middle ones, my daughter and my son, they both got into soccer, right? My son played basketball, my daughter plays soccer. They're both right now in soccer, but I wouldn't say that I necessarily tried to push my dream of basketball, right? I had the passion for basketball, but you have to direct that focus and that passion that they have for their sport, right? And I think the thing that I do find myself pushing is the things that I saw back in the day that I made a mistake on. And, whether it was listening to a coach or that discipline to go practice on your own, driving that passion and making sure you did the stuff on your own that I knew I didn't do. Like at the level I thought I should have to be great. Because Kobe always says great people do great things and they get towards being great. They work towards being great. And, that was something that I saw that I didn't do to my maximum potential. So that's my goal now is to make sure I try to push them. And that's where I find myself sometimes looking back at what I did, pushing towards them, but making sure that they reach their full potential, at trying to be great.
By default, it was allowing her to do her own thing because she didn't have the passion for basketball that I had. So for me, my love for basketball came when I would be, on Fig with my uncle and my grandpa. And my grandpa actually had a board with a hanger as a hoop in the backyard, South Central Los Angeles. So I would go out in the back and I would shoot the basketball in the back. I would wrap my fingers with toilet paper like it was tape, like Magic Johnson, and like every other kid that loved basketball, count down and you'd hit the game-winning shot. Well, I had a daughter who wasn't interested in basketball. Her interest was in dance. So I took that passion and I pushed her in what she loved, not in what I loved.